We're back. Think we're good. Maybe. Eh? Did you guys see me? Everything good? Alright. Sweet. Alright. Blame April. All her fault. She told me to push a button. I shouldn't have trusted her, and everything blew up.
No one has that screen name in there called Blame April.
Blame April. Oh, nice. Alright, so let's get back to it. Alright, so going through my paints. Here we go. So, I was talking about brands. I like this Tamiya stuff.
Have you ever used their rattle cans?
No, I have not.
I did a bunch.
I know Kai uses them.
Yeah, it's a little pricey, but for the convenience, sometimes it's really great to just grab a rattle can of Tamiya and just spray it. They have their own primer too. It's really dope. Yeah, they're little cans.
Yeah.
That's what we did in Frank Shop's.
Yeah. Alright, the other thing I like are these Vallejo. Vallejo is, I believe, an Italian-based company. They make really great acrylics, some for painting, some for airbrush. I love these things. Pretty vibrant, dominating colors. You can get these like obnoxious bright green colors there. Bright orange. I have no idea what I want to use these for. I saw them and I had to buy them. So they're sitting in there waiting for me to figure out what to use them for. So I got these nice kind of off-white colors. I'll probably use those for the bone. I got this yellow. I'll kind of tint there. I need the red, dark purple. I don't need that for sure. Got a wash. I think that's teal. Got a nasty green color. It's got white. Let's see. Alright, so right now I'm just kind of going through colors. Probably gonna have to mix lots up here. That is bright. So we got, I don't need, oh wait, no, I need that gunmetal. It's darker color. Man, I forgot I had some of these. What happens when you just start collecting paints and shoving them in here and forgetting about them. Imperial Purple. Got some old Reaper paints. Back when I played Games Workshop games. Alright. Yes. Mr. Badmick. Vallejo is really nice. I love their stuff. They also have these, what was that called? The liquid gold. They have liquid gold, liquid copper, liquid silver. This one is red gold, so it looks a little more coppery. But this stuff is awesome. I love this. They're vibrant. It's not actually acrylic, it's resin-based. So when you thin it or mix it, you have to use rubbing alcohol, or it will actually start to oxidize because there's real metal powder in these guys. But they have a really, really nice finish. If you guys want some really cool metal paints for airbrushing or even just brushing by hand, these guys are awesome. Check out the Vallejo. You can get a 3-pack online on Amazon. Check that out as a Vallejo Liquid Gold. Should come up with a 3-pack there. I don't know if you can buy them individually online, but they are pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of them. Another thing I started using, which is really cool, is if you're doing something like a brass or non-ferrous metal and you want to give it a nice patina, you can get this stuff. Citadel Miniatures sells it. It's let's see if it'll focus there. Alright, no, it doesn't want to focus. This stuff, it's oxide. Totally said that right. NIH. You know, I'll write it in chat. How about that? It is. Let's see. NIHILAKH oxide. And I didn't even click in the chat. Wow, I'm a genius. Oxide. That stuff is awesome. So if you want to do like a cool patina wash, I did this actually, and I have a finished piece of it. So this guy, got it there. This guy, I used that so you can kind of see it. I used the Vallejo liquid Oh man, what did I do? I hit another button. Alright. So I used the Vallejo liquid, and I got this liquid, was it the red gold, so it gives it kind of a coppery look, and then put the patina wash over that. So, oh, I hit another button. All right, so there we go. Got that. Okay. There we go. Some guts, some thinner around Alright, now the chat crapped out on me. Alright, 29 viewers, awesome. Okay, well, hopefully the chat comes back.
When I had my laptop, I would use my iPad for chat or his phone. You can actually use
Yeah, that's what as Bill was telling me. I should probably start doing that, so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth and accidentally hitting buttons and crashing everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, my computer's pretty old. Well, for a computer. Alright. Here we go.
I told people your name is Twitch, so they know to be understanding.
Okay. Hey, my chat is totally gone. I don't know what happened to the chat window. The chat window's gone. I broke it.
Oh, that's super weird.
Yeah. Should I just refresh the page?
Yeah,
If I refresh the page, will it crash the chat?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, the stream's still going. Okay.
Stream will still go.
So you get to watch my failures
Yeah.
while I don't know what's going on. So.
What's interesting is like you can even just exit out that window completely and just have the chat on your phone. Just
that
download
would
the
be
Twitch
awesome. Yeah, I'll have to do that for next time. I'm
app.
learning.
So good.
I didn't actually sculpt it. Somebody else sculpted this. I did some
Whoever
body
did.
shop on it.
Whoever did that, that looks amazing.
I sanded off all the rivets and I put in actual like little nails and screws to make it super. I poked through a little bit in the back.
Excellent.
And then I bolted those guys on there so they stay in place. And then I've got hoses for it. So after it's all painted up,
Beautiful.
we'll glue these guys on here. And yeah, there we go.
I'd hit pause. It'll help your computer. Yeah, you need everything you need.
So
There you
we
go.
have that. Hoses right there. Yeah, put some padding in there, some straps. Probably strap it up like a respirator.
Hold that up. Did you hold that up to the camera so
Yeah.
people can see it? I don't know. I'm just really excited. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so
Hoses
cool.
there. So this is sculpted by Deadbeard Props, a dude in Austria, and I did a trade with him. Traded my cultist mask for this.
Oh, that's cool.
So did a cool little kit trade.
That's awesome. I like it when artists share and trade.
So this came all the way over the pond there.
There you go. Now your chat's up.
All right, now the chat's back up. I'm sorry, guys. All right, chat's back. Blame April again. It's all April's fault. I had nothing to do with it. All right. So let's see. I've got my airbrush here. Oh, my. All right. Hey, chat's back
Yeah.
up.
So like Jenna and I would do every time you say sweetie,
Drinking.
you were come on, no joke about 20 minutes.
So I learned the hard way. Always have your thumb on this little button if you ever take the needle out, because it holds the little button in. I didn't realize that, and the little button came flying out, and it took me an hour to put back in. So that was quite a pain. But one thing you always want to make sure is the needle's clean. In this case, this needle got a little dirty. Hard to see there, but yeah, I gotta clean this guy off. So I will carefully set that down. Using a little 91% alcohol. Poor April. Breaking people's chats. People said not only does April break her own chat, she breaks other people's chats.
Come on! Who's
Hey,
saying that?
I didn't say it.
Oh, so you're just relaying the news. You're the messenger. I could
Yeah.
shoot you if I wanted to, though. Who's saying that? Is that Miller? Consul! Hi, Consul. Consul's a perler artist. Any of those rupees I carry around, he makes those. Oh, it's Mr. Bad Mac.
Yeah,
Come on.
Cranberger, I would not drink this. It's not party time.
Oh my, Miller, you don't stream. Miller doesn't stream. No one listen to Miller. He knows nothing. Psh. Oh crap, the hashtags are starting.
Uh-oh.
No.
Hashtag blame April.
No. No.
Look what you did, April.
I did something.
Alright. We have power! Cool, alright. Clean that out. Last thing I want is mineral spirits instead of paint, because then I'm just stripping whatever I'm painting. Aw, I miss you too, Grace. He's sorry he's being mean. He hasn't had coffee. She said that's understandable. Alright. What do I start with first? I want to start with the metal. And I want to start with the other stuff. I think I'm actually going to start with the metal here. Dust or anything on here. Alright, so I've got a couple options here for metal. I've got the Vallejo liquid stuff. So I've got liquid silver I can paint with. I've got, let's see, some gunmetal from Vallejo. And I've got some Tamaya. So looking at my reference image, what do I want to do? I might start bright and then use washes to kind of knock it down. Let's see, I'm going to need something to mix this. Some popsicle sticks here. Ooh, it's pretty thick. Yeah, I'm going to have to fill that down. Chunk in there. Ooh, I have this too. And balls. Why don't I buy you bread balls? Because they're $6 for 4 balls.
What?
So last night, Taylor, my wonderful girlfriend, told me a story about how at work they found out about these things called Eat the Ball.
Yeah.
You can look this up, Eat the Ball. It's this new sports thing. It's frozen bread shaped like sports balls.
Okay.
But their slogan is Eat the Ball. It just sounds, yeah, kind of dirty. I don't know. My mind went to 12 years old, but I found a 4-pack of them in Safeway, and they're for 4 balls. It is $6. So yeah, not if it's worth it, you go down to the Safeway there and buy them. They're in the back, just past the alcohol. A little bit of rubbing alcohol in here. Now this stuff works fine with rubbing alcohol. Some paints actually have their own thinners. Like Tamiya has their own brand of thinner. Switch back over to the camera here so I can see this. Tamiya's got their own brand of thinner that they use, which I'm pretty sure is like distilled water rubbing alcohol. So usually if you're just thinning the paints, 99% is not that great. They have a 70-something% you can use, which is pretty good. This is just what I have on hand. So, try to mix this up. And then another way you can mix up the paints is there's these little guys. Adorable little drink mixers. So these guys are just like little stir drink mixers. They came with the battery already in it. It was like $5-something at a restaurant supply store for doing little mixed drinks. But these guys are great for mixing bottles of paint. So I'm going to upset the stick. Try not to make a massive mess. Just go into Safeway and ask for the balls. I wish to pay to put them in my mouth, says Cramburglar. Well, what you do in your free time, Cramburglar, is your own business. You can pay to have whatever amount of balls in your mouth. I won't stop you.
We're not here to judge.
Yeah, not your judge. You do whatever you want with the balls. If anybody's confused, we're talking about bread, by the way, shaped like balls. I've done that before, H3D4CH3. I think I said that right. Alright. Okay. Pop this little sports balls. Head, okay. I will call you Head. Much easier. Alright. So I got this all mixed up. I'm trying to think it's always the biggest challenge when you're painting something. There's a lot of going on, figuring out what process and what you're going to use. So I think I might spray the metal, tape that off once it dries, and then I'll go back, do all the light colors, take all that off, and then I'll do the washes afterwards. So I'll get all my base coats on, and then I'll go in and do all my washes. So let's do the most fun part, painting metals. So we're going to use this Vallejo stuff. Actually, these little eyedroppers, awesome for getting the paint out and not spilling it everywhere. Bill, where'd you get these little eyedroppers from? Amazon, where you get everything from. So go to Amazon, you can get these little eyedroppers. There's a box of a cajillion over there. They come in a large amount, but they're great for paints and things like that, for airbrushing, because you can get a tiny little bit and not spill paint everywhere, because it's pretty difficult to try to put just a little bit in here if you're trying to pour it directly from the jar. That's still pretty damn thick. Try to thin this a bit. This works. Yeah, it's been pretty good. Okay. Alright. Always helps to have a little piece of paper towel in your hand. You can kind of test and spill it all over your prop like a genius. Okay. That's why there's this little cap on here, which I was going to say next. Pop that little cap on there so you don't do what I did. Spill it everywhere. Alright. I don't care if I get it over here because I'm just doing the metal and then I'm going to tape it off and come back. So I know that this is kind of going to be dark and grimy. But right now I'm going to base it all nice and bright and then I'll bring it back down with different washes. And then I'll come back and re-highlight all the edges. Wow, 39 people. Awesome. You all are just stepping in. My name is Will of WM Armory. I do live streams of prop and costume builds. And right now I'm painting Immortan Joe mask from Mad Max. This sculpt was actually done by a guy in Austria that I did a trade for. I gave him one of my props and he gave me this. So I'm painting this guy up. And then I just started doing a Patreon, so if you guys like this and you want more cool live streams and tips and tricks on doing your props and costumes, head on over to Patreon at WM Armory. You can throw $1 my way, or you can just spread the word. Any little bit helps. I can do these more often and do more tips and tutorials on my website. So go check that out. You can also find me on Twitter and Facebook, all WM Armory. I was lucky, no one had the domain or anything, so lucky me. Alright. Wow, finding places to hold this. Yeah, come in here. Just get any part that's metal, placing it in this nice bright silver.
Well, if you become like the biggest streamer ever, I'm going to crack up so hard because you're always so reluctant.
Why is that? Oh. Well, the nice thing, I don't have to hear myself. I just throw these up on YouTube. I don't ever have to watch them.
Yeah, I don't like to watch them. Except for I watched one where my mom came over and licked my face and screamed.
Wait, what?
Yeah, my mom came over and licked my face and screamed, so I licked her face.
Oh, okay. Interesting. It's shiny and chrome. Have you seen Mad Max yet?
What?
April, have you seen Mad Max? Huh? Okay. Probably gonna go to the Dollar Theater now. I don't think it's in the big theaters anymore. Alright. Alright, I think I'm happy with that. Let that sit for a minute and dry before I put some sealer on there and tape that guy off. So while that's sitting, if you guys have watched my past streams, I've been working on this guy. Boom. And I also just did a weekly tip to show how I did the detail on this handle, which actually attaches, so check this out. So I did a weekly tip to show how I did all this fanciness on the handle there, and this is all out of foam floor mats. So here's the test piece for doing the live stream. You can see the foam there in the middle. This is all just foam floor mats with a wooden dowel around it. And then I did a layer of this. It's called knurling. Fun words. Sounds like a slang word from the 80s.
Knurling. Knurling.
Knurling, dude.
Oh no, see, I was thinking it's like when people call you a nerd or something.
No,
knurling.
I was thinking like knurling, dude.
Oh. See, you're West Coast, I'm East Coast. What's the difference there?
There we have the Titan Solar Hammer. So, what you guys missed, if you watched the last stream, was I went ahead and I did 4 coats of Plastidip, and then I did a couple coats of primer, and I wet sanded to kind of smooth it out and knock off any rough edges. And then I primed it black, and then I went over it with my favorite metal paint for foam, Design Master. I talk about that in my painting ebook. You can check that out. It's on my store, and I also talk about it in my last, not the new tip that's out, but the last tip that's out. I go over materials and paints and things like that. So check that out. And I'll do a build write-up on this guy and go into detail. I also sell the pattern of this in my store, so if you want to make your own and follow along with the build write-up, and you can make your own Titan Solar Hammer. And this guy is all foam, minus the wooden dowel in there. Nice and shiny and chrome. I have Bio Cosplay. I think that might be from spraying it on too heavy. I've come back over it sometimes, just lightly, and it seems to go away. The one thing that I have noticed with the Design Masters is it does dry really fast. So whatever is underneath, you need to make sure it is absolutely 100% you have given it ample time plus dry. Because if not, it creates this nice skin over it, and whatever's underneath stays nice and gooey and never dries. That happened to me about like the day before a convention. I had a data pad for Mass Effect, and I coated it with that, and I'm like, oh, this is great, and I picked it up, and my fingers just mushed into it like it was clay, and it smeared all the nice silver finish off, because everything underneath had not quite dried because it had different dry rates. So just because it feels dry doesn't necessarily mean it's dry. Give it the time it says on the back, and then use your Design Masters on it. Design Masters is nice, just create a protective layer over top, so once it's dry, it's good to go. But Design Masters does dry in like 15 minutes, so good stuff. Just make sure everything else is dry. I don't want to drink my all. It's somebody's birthday. Oh, well, happy birthday. Got a birthday in the chat. I'm not going to sing for you, I'm sorry. April said happy birthday, but I'm not singing. Or jumping out of a cake, so don't get any ideas. Alright, so let me get this stuff out of the way here. For good measure, I think I'll spray one more coat on that. Oh, there's 2 other metal paints I use that I forgot to go over. Can't tell, I use my hand a lot to test paints, so usually after I'm done painting, this entire hand is just freaking covered. So, because I am a clean professional. I know what you might be thinking, this is way too shiny for Immortan Joe, it's the post-apocalypse. Well, this is just a base coat. So I will dirty this guy up with washes and grime and bring it down, and then I'll hit the edges. and make them nice and stand out and shiny. So, witness! I'm not gonna do that to my own mouth, sorry. Bet this doesn't taste good. Alright. So if there's any left over, tiny little bit of paint there, pop that back in the jar. Waste not! This paint's kind of a pain in the ass to get. There's one hobby store I found that sells it. It's not Amazon. It's the Vallejo Liquid Silver. So the other two paints, well, it's one brand, but a couple different finishes that I like to use for metals are the, I don't know what they're called, Model Master. So these guys are actually lacquers, and these guys in particular are buffable. So after you paint them, you can take like a paper towel to it and wipe them a little bit, very lightly, and they'll actually get brighter, nice and buff looking. So they create a pretty nice finish, and they have their own sealer to use for them. And since they're lacquers dry pretty fast. On the downside, when you're spraying them, they kind of smell like shit. So you want to have a mask on or a window open because they're pretty potent. The acrylics aren't too bad if you're airbrushing with them. I haven't really found any to use a mask or anything, so they're all water-based. But the lacquers, no bueno. Have a mask on. I am running really low on rubbing alcohol. I know where I'm going next. Rubbing alcohol. That guy was pretty dried out, so I'll just put the rest of this in here to thin it. Having problems over there? Uh-oh. Bill today is being a responsible adult and playing with his toys. Bill went to San Diego Comic-Con and got that really awesome R2-D2 figure by, oh Jesus, who did that? Was that? Sideshow Collectibles, that's it. This really cool R2-D2, all the parts and pieces move, it's got a little Leia that pops out, cool little table and everything. It's pretty, it's like an adult playset, really, that's what it is. But, it's just R2-D2 in the little stand, so Bill is making a nice little backdrop diorama for it right now. Yay. So he's playing with his toys. Playing with his dolls. Don't worry, I won't tell anybody you're playing with your dolls.
Oh my god, what happened? It was all black, now it's all silver.
It was witnessed.
Oh.
Vex FX. I have heard of them. I keep meaning to order them. My buddy keeps trying to push them on me. The all-clad metal paints. Yeah, I'm probably going to get those next. So next big Amazon order I do, I'm going to grab those. And, oh, I've got sticker herpes again. Thank you.
I'm infected. Isn't that cool looking now?
Yeah, we share everything in the shop here.
Including
sticker herpes.
Vinyl herpes.
Oh, that failed.
Haha. Oh, hey, Spliffs.
Oh! Totally not gonna get married. Bill's little diorama for his dolls. Isn't that fucking cute?
It's like a doll, like a playhouse mansion.
You should totally have Greedo with a blaster hole on him, just like leaning up against the wall. That's pretty cute.
Action dolls.
Action dolls! I think it's just kind of meant to look like the cantina, or like the walls from the cantina, that kind of Adobe style that you see in episode 4, it's 1, whatever, A New Hope. Hey, someone brought up the point, droids aren't allowed in cantinas. That's the cantina backdrop.
What'd you say? Is that allowed in cantinas?
Droids aren't allowed in cantinas.
Oh.
So if it's a cantina, then it can't be in there. That's a
Oh.
good point.
Oh.
Not droid friendly. Yeah, VexFX, they have that all clad on Amazon for a pretty good price.
Your droids will have to wait outside. Love it.
Alright, so it's clean.
Sure you don't want any more sticker herpes?
No, I am fine. Do you want some peanut butter M&Ms?
Yes!
Alright. This is my heroin right
Yay!
here.
Thank
all
you.
you get.
Ooh, I got yellow one.
Wait, you broke my stream. Give all of them back.
No!
Spit it out! No. Okay. Wow, 41. This is twice as much as the most I've ever had. Yay!
Woo! High five! On screen high five.
High five. Woo!
Awesome!
Alright. So I need to seal this up, but I don't want to lose the kind of nice metal luster it has. So, I've got, now this is actually for the lacquer paints, but it does a pretty good job of sealing up and not destroying the finish. If you try to do other clear coat stuff over top of it, it might dull it, it might make it look fake or plastic. But this stuff is pretty good. It's the lacquer metal sealer, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that. Actually, use this guy. Sure, why not? Okay. Yeah. Ah, that got dirty. Oh, wow. Super stuff. Oh, here's my other airbrush, by the way. This is a simple little guy. Actually, I'm going to use him right now. Which lid does he? He has a special lid type, though, and I think it's that one. So if you have a lot of one color, or doing clear coats, this guy's simple. You just push the button, the paint goes. There's no adjusting it or changing it. It's all just the same amount of pressure. So if we're doing this base or this clear coat over that, then that'll be fine. So the reason I'm doing this is so that when I tape off the metal, I don't pull off the metal paint. It'll be to protect that. Holy crap, 44 people. That is awesome. You guys are great. I'm really enjoying this live stream. This is only the 4th live stream I've done. Pretty good though. Alright, camera. Still trying to remember where the cameras are at, so. And if anything goes wrong with the sound or audio, please let me know so I can fix it as soon as possible. This guy off. I have to hold my hand on the camera so you can all high five me, says Cranburglar. Alright, everybody give me a high five? Okay, there you go. Oh, more people saying blame April.
What? I did nothing.
You can't do what's been undone. Oh, okay. So since this is the lacquer stuff, it smells like shit. So, I'm gonna get my mask on. What's that?
It's awesome to swear on the internet. It's awesome to steal peanut M&Ms from
God,
people too.
No. You get one.
Yay! That's all I wanted.
Okay. My bad was going. Oh. So, wearing my respirator.
Really hard to see this, so I'm just hoping I have nice coverage. I'll go over it twice, just to be sure. There we go. Okay. What are you guys doing over there?
Oh, fail videos. Alright. So now we gotta hurry up and wait for that to dry. So while that's drying, let's talk about tape. So when you're masking, what's important is that the tape you use has a very low tack. Auto body stuff works really well. The stuff they have at Lowe's and Home Depot is not that bad, but you really want to make sure that you've either let your paint dry or that you protect it somehow. They do have this stuff, which is the low tack, the blue with the orange on it. That's what I use generally. Or they have frog tape, super delicate, which is the yellow frog tape. So I use a combo of those guys. My shop mates are watching fail videos. So. Shenanigans is going on over there. Her. So now I'm going to figure out what I want to do for this color. So I've got white, and then I might do all of that in white, and then I'll start doing the brown for it. This is kind of a brown, nasty color. So let's see. Yeah, so we're going to use brown. What else we got in there? Maybe some of this yellow, these off-whites. Yeah, I'll do a combo of those. And then I'll do the teeth, which will probably be a combo of these guys. It's kind of nasty yellows. Just a tiny drop of that for hue, and then these to that. So these are going to be kind of bright and vibrant, and definitely not look post-apocalyptic, but that's where the washes will come into play. The wash is a very thin coat, and then I'll use a brush for. So these are washes, very, very, very thin. So I'll put those over top, and those will go into the recesses and give it a nice kind of grimy look. Got a couple other paints I'll use for the washes. That's when I'll break out the acrylics and the tubes, and I'll use those. So let that sit for another couple minutes while we wait. Yes, my shop mates are being very productive. Watching videos, playing with dolls and stickers. That is how we do it. While I make this. Wish I could be watching videos right now. But I am talking to all you fine people. Alright. Nice and shiny. So let's start taping this guy off. So it's handy when you're taping to have space to hold the tape down and a way to cut the tape. And a handy dandy sharpener here. Thank you, Cassie. Or Cassiopeed. So right now I'm sharpening. These sharpeners are awesome. If you go on my tips and tool or my tools and materials of the trade, I have a link to this. These guys are great. Instead of going through a razor blade and one sheet of foam, I can make this little razor blade last me for 2 weeks or more. So these guys are great for extending the life of razor blades and knives. So make sure this is sharp when I'm cutting tape. And it clamps up just nice. They're about 20 bucks on Amazon. Great buy if you do foam fabrication. Alright, so I'm going to take this guy off. It's going to be the fun, tedious, time-consuming parts. If you've got weird shapes and corners, breaking up the tape into little pieces kind of helps get that. Okay. Well, Head, you can go check out my website, and I have all kinds of tips and tutorials there, and even some where to get started stuff for beginners. And for your first project, I'd say stick with something simple that you are passionate about, because the last thing you want to do is get involved in something and realize you don't like it that much, but also something not too overly complicated. For example, if you like Gundam, probably don't make a Gundam the first time around. It's huge, it's involved, it's hard to travel with. Stick with something small and simple, something that you know you can definitely do, or that's close, even if it's a little outside your skill range. Do a challenge, make a challenge for yourself. Go ahead and do that, but start small. But yeah, check out. I have ebooks. I have tons of tips and tutorials that I'm posting. I do these live streams, and I'm more than happy to answer questions and do some Q&A. But it's always a good time to start. I think I'm going to bring this camera down here. I'm going to try a new angle on the camera, see how this works. Bear with me here.
I'm heading out.
April's heading out. Hold on just a second, just as I grab the camera. Gonna try a new angle so people can maybe see. Oh god! I hope no one gets motion sick.
Oh yeah, I'm constantly figuring out angles still.
Well, I ordered this really cool arm thing.
Oh, is it the kind with the clamp?
It's a clamp and it's got a bendy arm.
Yeah! Oh, I want to order one of those. How much was it? 20 bucks?
It's like 28 with 2-day shipping.
That's fine. I'll take that. I need it really bad.
So this way, maybe you can get a little more of my perspective. Oh god, I broke it. Because April's over here, I broke it.
I did that.
There, now you get a little bit more of my perspective.
There you go.
Hopefully I don't put my big ass face in the way.
Lighting looks actually a little bit better too.
Boom, yeah. Because it's my perspective lighting.
Awesome.
Boom! I can see what I'm
I'll
doing.
see you later.
Alright, take it easy.
Bye.
Thanks for coming by and breaking my stream.
Of course. I'll break your stream anytime. Bye, chat.
Say bye to April, everybody.
Be nice to him.
Bye, King Lass.
Bye.
Yay. Now my stream opening.
Thank you so much.
Got it.
See you later. Say hi.
Okay.
Okay. Where was I? Oh God! See,
What are you doing?
I'm breaking stuff. Okay, that was my concern. That's why I'm gonna have this nice cool arm that'll clamp up here. I'll clamp right here, and it'll be bendy. It's a gooseneck, but I can have the camera. I can move it around. I can have it up over top. I can bring it right close in front. So that's the next step, and that should be in tomorrow. Sweet. So I can see you, and you can see what I see. Wait. Cameraception. Yeah. I'm a loser. Okay. There's a lot of cool Battle Gear costumes and weapons. Check that out. See what you can do. Another thing is look for communities. Whenever you're trying to get into a costuming or prop making, for any fandom, there's already a community out there who's already trying to make costumes and props from it. And they'll usually throw together a database, and they're always very supportive of each other. So look on Facebook, look on forums. You'll find groups. I did that, found a huge group of Mass Effect people. So check that out, talk to them. They might have already tried things and tried new materials to work on. My shopmate is trying to hit you with this again.
You're like chill.
Thought it felt a little warm over here. Alright. So back to taping this guy up. And I knocked the camera again. How's it going, buddy?
Good morning, my respirator. Should have. It's cool. I got this.
Little stanky in there.
A little bit.
Still playing with your diorama?
Painting my art piece.
Art piece. It's basically R2-D2's dollhouse.
Look, I'd like to pretend it's anything but that, but that you're pretty correct.
We're adults here. Alright. Oh, you got the top painted, or see it's up there. Let's see. So on the downside of the airbrushing, you gotta tape everything off. But you don't have to tape everything off quite as much as using aerosol cans, because aerosol cans have a much wider spray. With airbrush, you can get little tighter areas, so you usually don't have to tape off a whole lot, but since this isn't a very big mask, I'm still having to tape off pretty much most of it. So I am... Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. I meant to tape up the metal. I've been taping up everything but the metal. See, this is what happens when you have shopmates who distract you with their toys.
You're a monster.
And you tape up the wrong thing. Alright. Alright. No, the chat numbers are dwindling. So let's tape up the metal. Tell you what, taping up props is almost an art in itself. Because if you rush it, do it too fast, you're going to miss a spot, paint's going to leak underneath, and you're going to make more work for yourself. Or you have weird angles you have to get around, weird shapes. But the weirder the shapes, the smaller the pieces of tape. It really helps out. Then once it's time to pop the tape off, it's like Christmas. You see all your cool paint job. All the work you put into it. So this part is not metallic at all in the finished piece, but to save time from having to tape all the way around this, I'm going to tape that off. I'm just going to paint it black and do that by hand later. So I'm going to ignore that for now and just save myself some time. Take that guy off. Boop. Make my life a little bit easier. So before, I already lost my note. Here we go. So I said you want to have something kind of, I think these little chisel things, and that's nice for kind of pressing the tape into corners. You don't want to drag it though, because you don't want to scratch the paint. You just kind of want to press it. Sometimes it's nice to hold it in tight corners if you can't get your finger in there. So that'll come later when I'm doing cylinder pieces down here. Let's see. Let's get more. Okay. This back a little. Just some lights here. That's the thing with spray painting is you usually have to have an area to spray paint. We have our rigged up paint loom to my right, which is just taped off plastic all the way around and a fan sucking all the fumes out of the window. It's not the prettiest thing, but it gets the job done. Also sometimes referred to it as the murder room, because it's plastic sheeting in a dark basement. Yeah, I hear you, Yeti GT. It's not very tall person friendly down here.
That's Alex, I think.
Yeah, that's Alex. For those of us who are 6 foot and up, this basement is not the friendliest place. If you note, we have red padding over there. Oh god, that's my face. red padding right over there because I've taken myself out. I still continue to take myself out, padding regardless. So I am 6'2", and because of my height, I tend to bang my head a lot. I've had numerous concussions, all self-inflicted, unintentionally. Good times. Usually because I run into stuff. Hey Lewis, how's it going? Some more people jumping in here. Oh, and somebody leaving. Bye, Cinder. Alright, close this piece of tape off here. Alright, so, over here on the nose. I feel like this show, I've just started doing this. I haven't quite figured out an exact schedule yet, but so far I'm thinking Wednesdays are pretty good for a definite stream time. Maybe about 2 p.m. Pacific time. And do it for about 2 hours, do a live stream build, a little Q&A, just answer questions, tell stories, talk to you guys. And if you guys like this and you want to see more shows, want me to do more live streams, more builds, more stuff here, improve the show, I have a Patreon you guys can check out. Patreon, WM Armory, and you can check me out at WMArmory.com as well. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all WM Armory. We'll have to have a link for those set up, so it'll be easier. Or if anybody in chat wants to link that, that would be awesome. Not too much of a problem. Let's see, Lamb Ninja Moose asks if I had an issue with the tape pulling off paint. So this silver, I did 2 coats of it, and then I sprayed a protective coat over top of it, and I made sure... Oh, okay, yeah, I disabled links. So, let's see. Try to grab that. What am I making, Lost in Games? I am doing an Immortan Joe mask. I'll have to give some people moderator power so they can throw links up. I'll have to do that later, though. I'm making an Immortan Joe mask from Mad Max. I didn't do the sculpt. This is a kit that I got from a buddy in Austria. Did a trade for one of my cultist masks. So I'm painting this guy up right now. I just painted the metal, and I'm taping off the metal right now. So that's what I'm doing, so that I can paint all this bone stuff down here. Where's our razor? Where's the razor? So next stream I'll have a much better camera setup. I'll have that nice cool gooseneck camera mount. These little bits down here are a pain in the ass. So I'm going to try to get that exact. Once it gets kind of over a little bit there. Just going to very carefully take the X-Acto knife in the corner and cut that. Boom, now it's to shape. Awesome size. And that's why I want to make sure that's sharp so it's not dragging. And then because this is one of those areas I said you need a little tool to kind of help get in there. Because if my big fingers can't get in there, I can use this tool, very carefully work the tape in and around there. Press that over, and then like that in this little spot right here. Booyah! There we go. I can carefully go over, pressing the X-Acto knife in the corner. Pop that right off. All taped off, nice and clean. Oh, and I already pulled some up. So back down. Boom, there we go. It's all taped up. A little bit on the tip there. Just the tip. Yep, I also got a channel on YouTube. If you guys missed these or you came in halfway through and you want to see the rest of it, I put these all up on my YouTube channel. It's WM Armory. Check it out. All one word, lowercase. If you want to find me anywhere, it's always WM Armory. Check that. There we go. That guy all taped off there. Huh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll have to add all my links below the stream there. Remember, April was going to show me how to do that, so I'll have to figure that out or ask her. I have all the links down there, so it's much easier. And it's right there on the window. And where my big fingers can't reach, I'll use this little tool to get up in there. Just some cool little chiseled bits that I got at a hobby store for doing trains and miniatures. Take this X-Acto knife. Coming off the excess, carefully keeping it in the groove there. What's my favorite piece that I've made? I've been pretty fond of my cultist mask, honestly. I think it's pretty cool. It was a very fast sculpt that I did. It's from Skyrim Cultist. But I tried something new on it. I didn't actually paint it. I tinted the resin a bone color, and then I did a wash over it and polished it up. So it had kind of an actual worn, polished bone look to it. And it came out really, really cool. Although it looks cool, it is a pain in the ass to wear because you can't see out of it. And I have clotheslined a few short people because of that. So, and to the security guard at the Marriott at Dragon Con, I am still very sorry that I almost knocked you off your chair. Where's the cap for this? One thing you always remember to do is cap off your rubbing alcohol because it will evaporate. Alright. Thank you, Mr. Badmech. Alright, so I got this taped up. I gotta do these cylinder bits. I don't care about these ends here because those are gonna be capped off. So, paint can get all over those. But this is a weird shape. And this is where a lot of practice with taping helps, is figuring out how to do weird shapes like that. Won't always look pretty. It's not a Christmas present. You just need to make sure that your edges are firmly pressed down and clean. The rest of it just needs to be covered. So because it's a circular shape, circles are always a pain in the ass. I'll do little pieces of tape at a time here. Some of that. I'm thinking maybe I should add these later. Oh well, I'll make it work. Prop and costume making is often a lot of trial and error and learning from your mistakes. Sometimes you gotta go with it and find a way to make it work. So I know I'm making a mess around here. I'm going to go back afterwards. I'm going to press that in there with this little tool, clean it up with the razor blade. Right now I'm just trying to get everything covered and taped up. Yes, this is my job. I do props and costumes full time. You can check out my stuff at wmarmory.com. I've done replicas, original pieces, I've done stuff for private commissions for cosplayers, short films, some web series. So I have all my portfolio you can check out on my website. I've also written a few ebooks if you're interested in learning how to do this stuff yourself. Seems like most of the stream ended up me taping stuff. Or trying to fix the breaking of the chat. Thank you to April. I give her a hard time, but she's helped me out a lot with all the streaming stuff, so I am very, very grateful. What's up, Pound Cave Productions? Well, Jay Geisbest, I hope I'm saying that correct. You want to do this job too? You definitely can. Just know that it is a lot more business than it actually is creating. That's what they don't tell you when you do art, is that if you want to make a living off of it, there's a lot of a business side to it. It's one thing that I wish they taught when I was in college, is not just art, but how to sell yourself as an artist. One thing that they failed to cover in school. Art history is great. It's wonderful to know where it came from. Not making me any money unless I'm teaching art history. Not to say I regret any of that knowledge. It's good and all. But it's nice to know how to run a business. So a lot of what I do too is listen to business podcasts, things like that. Talk to other prop and costume makers who do this as a living. We communicate with one another and tell each other what works and doesn't work. So having a good, strong community, good friends to back you up is also good. And a lot of it's just kind of finding your niche, what works best for what you want to do. One more little piece there, and then I'll go over and clean this up, and then I can start painting the next layer. go in and start cleaning this up. The beauty of this being a post-apocalyptic piece, if I accidentally scratch this, I don't care. I'm going to turn it into weathering. Probably the most stressful thing is when you're doing a piece that's supposed to look pristine and super clean. Then it can be very stressful because you can't screw up at all. I'm totally pulling that off camera. It is day for me right now. It is 3:31 p.m. I am on the lovely Pacific Northwest. Any business stuff on making props and costumes, I am down for listening to. Always up for expanding my knowledge. I will have to check that out. Thank you, Dex Effects. This is proving to be a pain. This little bitch here. I'm actually going to put on a new blade. This tip's getting kind of rounded. Checking out my hair arms. Oh, got these fancy blades. Yeah. So I got some of the other blades. These curved ones here. And it'll fit. Well, so much for that. Oh, actually I have one. I have one left. Alright. Boop. I'll be streaming for about another 30 minutes. I usually do it from about 2 to 4. I keep it about 2 hours. So that's at least for now. The more I do this, the more traffic I can get. Then I'll start doing it more frequently for longer periods of time. I'll do full builds. I'll do silent streams too, where I'm just kind of in the zone painting. So we'll see where it goes from there. So this is only the 4th live stream that I've done. So far it's going pretty damn good. So I'm rather enjoying this. It's a lot of fun. Alright, I hope you guys are enjoying it just as much as I am. And thank you all again for coming in and watching me figure out what the hell I'm trying to do right now. Play an Ice Space Wizard. Sorry, pull this down out of the way for a little bit. I need to brace this on my leg. Okay. This guy up. not as worried about this area a whole lot because I'm just going to hand paint this black around here. And I can always touch up any silver. Good enough for government work. Alright. Call it good. So now what am I going to do? Alright, so I've got some lighter colors here. I've got this. Oh, perfect. Bone White. This is Vallejo Game Air. So Vallejo has several lines. They have one that's game colors. They're meant to be more vibrant for miniatures games. But they were a little thicker, so they didn't work for airbrushing, and they came out with Game Air. Their Bone White stuff, and I love Game Air so far. I've tried it a couple times, and it's rad. It works really good for airbrush. It's nice. It's thin, just in case you need to thin it any. I have a Vallejo thinner right here. So most brands carry their own thinner, which works really well. But usually rubbing alcohol works just fine. There we go. Okay. Some more drink here, and then I'm off to painting some more. Quite a few British people in the stream here. Hello from across the pond. Alright. I deal with it. Bone White. Let's put some Bone White in there. Tiny little drop right here. And just fill up the bottom there. Okay. I'll put a couple of drops of the thinner on there. Wherever I tossed it. There it is. Just a few drops. Okay. Then mix that up. Just put my finger over the tip here. Very gently give it some air. Alright. Let's go for it. This smells like cheap candy. Poorly artificial flavored candy is what this smells like. So every now and then, it's important when cleaning your airbrush is making sure the needle is always clean, but every now and then I just dismantle the entire thing, give it a nice detailing. So I'll probably have to do that before I do anything more. So the buttons get kind of janky on me. Yeah. nice. So,
Yeah.
what do we got here? Bill's got his dolls. Check that out. That is pretty sweet.
Yay!
Little R2D2. Was he a little light going in the back?
He's got lights all over his
Does he make
face.
noise?
No.
Oh. Gotta have a little sound bite underneath or something.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The head actually.
That was actually.
Oh God, R2!
What have you done? Nice. That's pretty fucking cute. You'd show them the little lightsaber. Oh, you broke it. I have to put R2's head back on. There it goes. They should sell a little broke-ass 3PO that comes in parts and pieces. You could just throw him in the corner.
Tiny lightsaber.
Little lightsaber.
There's a magnet here. It's got a magnet to open all the doors. And
Little arms come out too and everything.
it's got a little restraining bolt.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool.
And now he has a place to live.
Yay! Alright, back to painting. Enough toys! That's the wrong color. Instead of blue and white, I grabbed double white. Okay, there's no. Alright. Okay. Right. Now, how do I set this down? About like that. Alright. Let's use next. So I want to darken this a little bit and going around these teeth here. But I'm having some issues with this button here, so I might have to clean that out more. It's a little hunky, so I'm going to do that. I'll have to tell Billy he has to make a full-size one next. He has made a full-size claptrap, though. And had jousting fights with it. This piece is already sold. This is already for somebody. This is a commission. So, did a kit trade, and I'm being paid to paint it up. How's it going, Aspigix26? I am horrible with pronouncing some of these names. I am sorry about that. Let's see here. So while that's setting a little bit, oh god, I dropped it. So while that's drying for a little bit. Swear, I got this. I got this. So while that's drying for a little bit, I'm going to try to clean out this airbrush a bit here. Pop off the compressor there. The Clash Man, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Yes, this is Mad Max. This is an Immortan Joe mask that I'm painting up right now. So it's taped off right now. It looks a little funky. Let's clean this guy out. And the damn buttons jamming down doesn't want to pop back up. It's not looking pretty in there. I'm doing pretty good. I am trying to clean out my airbrush because I forgot to clean it out last time, so it's dirty. So it's gunked up enough that the button stays down instead of popped back up. So I'm going to have to dismantle that. Alright. Which means, for the last 15 minutes of this stream, we're going to go over airbrush care and maintenance. Because this guy's pretty gunked up. I'm going to set this guy aside while he dries with that last layer. Set some of these paints aside here. Alright. So, I always like to make sure I have it on a towel so I can see the little parts and pieces. And it always helps to have some tweezers and some other tools around so you can get the little pieces there. So, first this cap comes off the back. It's Viking Lass! She came back to break the stream! So carefully pop that out. And this is the part where it's a nightmare to put it back, but I'm going to pop this little guy out, this little button here. This guy is a pain to put back, but he is gunked up beyond belief. So that, and then this is the part that's a pain to put back as well, is this little guy in here. So see this tiny little piece, tiny thin little piece. And that popped out the first time, and I had no idea how to put it back in. Whew, that's gotten bad in there. Alright. So we're going to clean that out with these little brushes I've got here. So rubbing alcohol works, mineral spirits also work. So I'm going to set this guy in the painting room so he can dry. Off here, lay them out, and I'm going to get a tiny little cup, and I'm going to pour some mineral spirits in that. You can get this stuff at Lowe's, any hardware store is going to have this. It says odorless, and that's just straight bullshit because it smells really nasty. Ugh. I think it's not too nasty, it's just, it can be a little overwhelming at times. So let's see, get that on my brush there. Actually, I'm going to use one of these little droppers. I'd say going away stream, Viking Glass. Giveaway stream. Ooh, what are you giving away? Ooh, drawing. That's pretty cool art. Go watch Viking Lass. Just doing a giveaway. So, old toothbrushes or cheap toothbrushes you can use to kind of get in there. Actually, one thing I'm curious to try, I have a gun cleaning kit. I wonder if that would work, or how well that would work on this. Get into some of these little tight spots. Ooh, that is so dirty. Nasty. Bend this little guy up. Shave that in there. Fun. Turned it from a paint stream into me cleaning my dirty brush stream. Alright. Toss these in the mineral spirits there. All these little bits and put them in the cup so they can kind of soak. It'll help break up the paint there. That works really well for acrylic-based paints, which all of these guys, minus the lacquer and the cool resin stuff, are. But rubbing alcohol and mineral spirits should break them up just fine as well. So, if you gotta clean up stuff, that's good. There's actually, if it's lacquer paint, then they have lacquer thinner, and you can use that to clean your airbrushes. So, if all else fails, be careful. I don't highly recommend it, but if you really need to clean it up, acetone. Just make sure it's not a plastic airbrush, because anything that's not metal or glass, acetone is going to obliterate. Later, Viking lass. Oh god, I just moved a piece in there and it's even dirtier underneath. Oh god. This guy might need to soak. Pop him in some cleaning liquid there. Alright. So, these guys have been soaking there for a little bit. Slush it around. Use the tweezers to pop these guys out. Use the brush there to clean this off. There we go. Yeah, that's coming off. Good, good, good. Cool. Alright. Got about 5 minutes left. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anything? I know I didn't get as much done on the painting as I wanted to today, so I'll have to do that later. Might live stream a little bit of that tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. I'll announce if I'm going to live stream that tomorrow if you guys want to come back and check that out. So, I was hoping to get some more done, but had some technical difficulties, some chat breaking, and some airbrush gunkage. So. But before I end the stream, I want to thank everybody for coming and watching me make a mess of stuff. But thank you everybody for coming. I really am enjoying doing this. I've been doing this. This is my 4th stream now. If you like this, you want to see more streams, if you want more tips and tutorials, go ahead, check me out on Patreon. I just started. You can donate there, $1, a couple dollars here or there. You decide. You can cancel payments at any time. But it all goes into the show, and I greatly appreciate it. If you can't give $1, that's fine. Spread the word, get it out there. That also greatly helps me. If you want tips, tricks, tutorials on making costumes and props, check out my website, wmarmory.com. I'm posting stuff up there all the time. Find me on Facebook at WMArmory, and on Twitter at WMArmory, and also Instagram, WMArmory. I'll put these up on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to start adding those links to all my different social media on the stream here, so you guys can find them and I don't have to start linking them. But yeah, check them out on YouTube. So if you missed any part of this, you're just jumping in now, or you had to leave early, go check that out on the YouTube channel. It'll all be up there. You can watch the entire thing and go back to it for reference or to watch me make a disaster of stuff. Alright, thanks everybody for coming out though. Any last minute questions? We got a couple minutes left. I'm glad I could give some touch to airbrush there. Yeah, hope to have everybody back. So I like to start doing this at least once a week, depending on how busy and crazy things are. So, alright. Well, I'm going to clean this up for a couple more minutes. You guys have anything else you want to throw in the chat there, or any questions? It's not so much per month. Yeti asks, how much masking tape do I use per month? It's not necessarily per month, it's per project. So if I'm doing a complicated suit of armor that has a lot of things I need to tape up, probably a lot. I'll blow through an entire roll easily. If it's something small like this, not that much. So it really depends on the project, not so much what I'm doing. So, and recently I've been doing a lot more kits, so I haven't been using a lot of masking tape because these aren't finished kits. So, yeah. Any other questions, guys? No? Alright. 3 more minutes of me desperately scrubbing my airbrush. Sad times. Always remember to clean your airbrush, or else you'll end up doing this. I do. I know I don't offer shipping directly on my store, but if you email me, on every item I put a little thing at the bottom that says, if you're international, send me a direct message with this subject, and we can work out directly on shipping. Shipping on the website there with the WooCommerce, what I'm using, is kind of a pain to figure out, so I figured it was just easier to say, message me directly and I can invoice you. So we can go ahead and do that if there is something in my store or a kit that you like. But I do ship internationally, so shoot me a message. You are welcome, 3 points. Definitely Wednesday. Wednesday at 2 is going to be the constant, and then we'll see what happens from there. So I'll definitely be streaming again next Wednesday at 2, and then I'll do shows here and there, and I'll announce those. I'm going to try to have a thing on my website that is specifically just for this live stream, where you guys can go check out old streams or see the schedule for the week or what I have upcoming. And if you sign up for Patreon or my mailing list, I'm going to start doing a monthly newsletter that goes over everything. And Patreon, I'll keep people updated as well. So check all my social media, follow me there, and I'll keep everybody up to date. So that is it for now, though. Thanks everybody for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. One last quick look. I'll grab the Immortan Joe. Where we got to today. Next I'll add a few more colors on there, and I'll start doing the wash to get it all grimy, and I'll pop off the tape before we do the wash, but there we go. So I will see you guys next time. Thank you.